Slow motion, I'm watching our love. I'll be your quiet afternoon crush.
Be your violent overnight rush, make you crazy over my touch. But it's just a supercut of us. Supercut of us. Hi, my name is Charles, and today I'm going to be listening to Lorde's newest album, Solar Power, and wow. How many years has it been? I think 4 years. 4 years since her last album, Melodrama. Yeah, 4 years, because I believe it came out in 2017. Yes, because I was still in college when that album came out. But yeah, it's been 4 years since her last album, and I gotta say, you guys, I mean, I'm not scared going into this album, but my expectations are lowered after hearing like the 3 singles that Lorde has released already. This clearly isn't melodrama Lorde or even pure heroine Lorde. It is a Lorde that we haven't seen before, a Lorde that's more mature, and a Lorde that is more laid back. So I just have to go into this album thinking it's not going to be full of heavy bops. They're just going to be chill songs. That's what I had to be thinking going into this album. It's just going to be a chill album, and it's not going to be anything that's going to be really poppin'. I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of Lorde's until Melodrama came out. I didn't really listen to Pure Heroine when that album came out. I mean, of course I heard the song Royals, but I didn't like the song Royals at the time, and I still kind of don't like it. But other than Royals, I only heard Team from Lorde, so those were the only 2 songs I heard from Lorde going into Melodrama. But listen to Melodrama, I was like, maybe I should, open my mind and listen to Pure Heroine. And when I listened to Pure Heroine, I was like, this album is actually pretty good, and the best song on the album is, of course, Ribs. If you don't think it's Ribs, then you're delusional. But yeah, I saw Lorde on tour when she was touring Melodrama, and it was a great tour. I mean, she had energy, and it was nice. It wasn't too amazing, but it wasn't, like, bad. It was, like, in the middle of, that was a performance you gave us, girl. It was entertaining, but I wasn't, like, at the edge of my seat. But you know what? That's the vibes Lorde gives off. She's not trying to impress that heavily. She's not trying to impress that heavily, so I was living because I already knew the vibe that she was giving, and going into this album, as I said, I just had to be in tune and expect the vibe that she's going to be giving off based off like the 3 singles that she's already released. Now, Lorde said this album would be good to listen to while you're high, but the thing is, I don't like doing drugs, and I don't like smoking, so that's gonna be a nah for me. I mean, I could take an edible, but the last time I took one of those, I was that like Mr. Krabs meme, or maybe I have a different meme of SpongeBob sitting down and everything's blurring, but like that's how I felt last time I had an edible, and it was not a good experience. So we listened to this not high. We're not listening to this high. We're listening to this very much sober. Maybe I should have gotten a little wine drunk or alcohol drunk before I listened to this. Maybe that would have been an equal equivalent. But you know what? It's whatever now. We're doing it sober, and yeah. As I said before, I've already heard 3 songs from this album. The 3 songs that Lorde released already. Solar Power, the titular track, Stoned at the Nail Salon, and her most recent one she released before the album came out, Mood Ring. So I'm not really gonna listen to those songs again going through this album because I'm listening to the deluxe version. So that means I have 11 new songs to listen to. So I don't really want to waste my time going through those, but I will comment on them as I get to them in the track order. Anyways, let's just get into this now because the sun's going down. I mean, the sun wasn't really out today. It was cloudy, and I'm just like, wow. For once, the weather here in Washington in August is not sunny and hot, and it's weird because this album's called Solar Power, so I was like, let the sun stream in, but the sun ain't gonna be around for a few days, so it's messing up my schedule, but whatever. Okay, let's start with the path, bitch.
Multi-millionaire having nightmares from the camera flash.
Something about fame. Okay.
Supermodels are dancing round a Pharaoh's tomb.
Is that the Met Gala? Is that what she's talking about?
You need someone to take your pain for you. Well, that's not me.
Bitch, Lorde said, do not come to me for anything because I am not your Lord, I am not your savior. Not me, she says. Okay, so that was The Path, and this was a very cute way to open the album. It was very chill, and once again, it feels very in line with what she's already released from this album, so I just have to expect that this is the highest high point when it comes to production and all that we're gonna get from this album. But anyway, when it comes to this song, I just felt like she was talking about, she did the whole, being in the limelight thing with pure heroine and melodrama, but now she's ready to just take a step back. Not ready, she has taken a step back. And she's like, I do not miss all like the paparazzi of it all, the celebrity news of it all, being around all these people and having to act a certain way. I am fine just being alone in my island in New Zealand. Where does she live? Like, is it Auckland? I subscribe to her like blog thing that she sends out via emails, which are long, and sometimes I do not read all of them all the way through, but I'm pretty sure she lives in Auckland. If I'm wrong, then it looks like I ain't paying attention enough. But yeah, it just seems like the song she's saying, I'm happy not being in the spotlight, and a lot of people are like, girl, you are our Lord, haha, Lord and Savior. You like give us that music and you like do it for us. But she's saying, don't come to me for any of that because I'm not that. And I'm just hoping, just like you guys, that someone will show me the path. And, the path I feel like is like basically her saying like the way to live and all that junk. In the second verse of the song, she says, arm in a cast at the museum gala. So did she go to the Met Ball in like the past at some point and she went with a cast on? Because I don't ever remember Lorde going to the Met Gala. And I know it's the Met Gala she's talking about in the song because she says supermodels all dancing around a pharaoh's tomb. And I'm pretty sure there's like an exhibit or whatever at the Met Gala because it's in the museum in New York City. I don't know what the museum's name is because I'm not like attuned to all that, but like I'm pretty sure after watching Ocean's 8, I'm sorry that's the reference I gotta use, but that's the reference I'm using. Like in Ocean's 8, I remember there being like a pyramid where they were having dinner, so I was like, I guess that's what she's talking about, the Met Gala. Seriously, the essence of the song is, girl, I just want to live my life and not be hounded by the press and all that, and not have to worry about anything. And also don't look to celebrities to fulfill your life and, tell you what to do in life because they're not gonna be your savior. And that is true. That is true, Lorde. Okay, the next song on the album is Solar Power, the titular song. And for me, Solar Power it's a very cute song. She's just like chilling and all that. The music video was very nice. It was fun. It was a cute like one take video until it wasn't because I'm pretty sure at the end they had to switch it up. But overall, the song is cute, but it really doesn't stay in my mind at all. It's one of those songs that I hear and then it just goes out my ear. So I'm ready for the next song, which is California.
The room exploded and I knew that's it, I'll never be the same.
Is she talking about when she won her Grammy for Royals?
But I don't miss the poison arrows aimed directly at my head.
Poison arrows. She said, I don't want that directed at me. Okay, so that was California. And like The Path, this song really is giving off a vibe of, I don't want to be there in that environment. Because, California is one of the states along with New York. Those are the places that house like the two biggest cities. I mean, I don't know if they're the biggest. I mean, biggest in the sense of like they have a lot of ties to like the entertainment and like other cultural industries. And Lorde's clearly talking about how she was in LA and how like her time spent in LA and California in general like really built her up as an artist. And she became big there and she won her Grammy there and a lot of things happened for her there, but clearly at the end of the day she's like, I can't be here because this is not for me, and she's like, back to New Zealand I go. I just gotta say, so far this album is kind of talking about how, Lorde doesn't want to be in the spotlight, and how she's fine just like being back in New Zealand, and it kind of makes me think about Lana Del Rey's most recent album, Chemtrails Over the Country Club, because that album, not only is it also produced by Jack Antonoff, that album has like a theme about, do I still want to be famous? And I wonder how my life would be if I wasn't famous. That was Lana's whole thing in that album. But at the same time, the album was all about, like, withdrawing from the spotlight and being like, as long as I have someone who I love, then I don't need this. I can just be myself. Or maybe she doesn't even need someone. She just wants to be able to, like, live her life and not have people come after her. And, in this song, Lorde was talking about the poison barbs pointed at her. I'm pretty sure that was the lyric. And that just to me says she doesn't like being targeted by the paparazzi and people in general. And, that's kind of what Lana was saying in her album. So, I don't know. It just feels very reminiscent of Lana's Chemtrails Over the Country Club, this album so far. But I feel so far that Lana's album did it better. I just feel like the production in that album is a little bit more popping than this one. But I cannot be holding this album to like a standard of having better production. But so far, this album just feels like an acoustic version of an album, if you get what I mean. Okay, so the next song is Stoned at the Nail Salon, and this was an interesting song to come right after California. I mean, of course, she put the track list together herself, I'm pretty sure, but it just has a whole meaning in the song of, did I make a mistake? Should I actually be in that world? Can I go back and, still be a part of all that? And I don't know, it's just an interesting 1-2 punch of California being like, I'm good. I know what being there has given me, but it's not for me. And then going right into being like, did I make a mistake? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. And yeah, Stone at the Nail Salon, it's a cute song. It's very nice. But once again, it is just like, so far this album is just mellow, which is why I understand why she said it would be like enjoyable if you were high, but I'm not. So I'm really just like, we're just at chill and we're not really going anywhere but chill. It's not like I don't like the songs, but I just feel like the production in a lot of these songs could have been better. Anyways, let's move on to the next song, which is Fallen Fruit.
We had no idea the dreams we had were far too big.
Okay, a little bit more production with the guitar. What does it mean, the fallen fruit? I need to think about it. Ooh. Oh, God, this interlude or whatever, this instrumental breakdown, I'm feeling it.
From the Nissan to the Phantom to the plane.
Oh, she switched it up on us. Ooh. Ooh. I'll make her choose. Okay, so that was Fallen Fruit, and I had a sense that this song probably had something to do about the environment, because, Lorde's very much about the environment, and, she went to Alaska, not Alaska, Antarctica, what am I talking about? But, like, she went to Antarctica to, like, understand what was going on there, and I feel like this song is kind of just saying, like, baby, the fallen fruit, like, it's falling. And when she's talking about the fallen fruit, she's talking about, like, the environment and how, like, it's degrading and we're all just, like, dancing on the fallen fruit. We're, like, having fun still, even though, like, the environment is collapsing around us. And yeah, that's what I was getting from this song. And if I wasn't thinking about what the fallen fruit represented at the start, I probably wouldn't be thinking this song was about the environment, because I was just like, girl, I'm getting lost in the sound of your vocals and the instrumentals in the song. Ooh, she really tore it up on the song. Seriously, Fallen Fruit. It probably is one of my favorite songs in this album so far. Okay, let's move on to the next song, which is called Secrets from a Girl Who's Seen It All.
Couldn't wait to turn 15. Then you blink and it's been 10 years. Everybody wants the best for you, but you gotta want it for yourself.
True.
Baby, gonna once, gonna feel the pain for you. You're gonna love again, so just try staying open. Secrets from the girl. You see it? Secrets from the girl. Secrets from the girl.
Lorde really has seen a lot at, like, the age she's at. God.
Sadness and emotional baggage to be picked up at carousel number 2. Please be careful so it doesn't fall onto someone you love.
Okay, so that was Secrets from a Girl Who's Seen It All. And for me, I feel like Lorde is probably she's talking to someone, of course. She's talking to someone, giving someone advice. Knowing Lorde, I feel like she's probably talking to herself. She's talking about, like, being 15 and then, like, time going by so fast, like 10 years or whatever. So maybe she's talking to her, like, 15-year-old self. Maybe that's when Royals and all that happened for her. I forget the age she was because she was so young. But, like, this song's basically, I'm pretty sure, telling herself to, like, chill, that everything's gonna be fine, and that you just gotta have fun. And yeah, I heard that Robin was in this song, and I thought it was gonna be like background vocals, but the spoken word at the end was not expected, but I liked it a lot. The spoken word thing at the end with Robin was very good. Okay, let's move on to the next song, which is called The Man with the Axe.
And your office job, and your silver hair, but our shapes.
Oh, this song has really tested me with how much I'm getting drowsy already.
But now I'm 22.
Oh, she is younger than me.
They fill up my nights, and then they float, dutifully falling apart. But you found me clean.
Okay, we picked it up a little bit, but I'm still sleepy. Well, that was certainly a song. It was a song that was a love letter, I guess. A love song to someone in her life. Maybe someone she's dating. But yeah, I just could not get into this song because it was just so sleepy and it really made me tired. Like, all the songs on this album so far have been chill, but this song really took me almost 6 feet under. Let's just move on to the next song, which is called Dominos.
Now you're watering all the flowers you planted with your new girlfriend. It's strange to see you smoking marijuana. You used to do the most cocaine of anyone I'd ever met. Yeah, it must feel good being missed to start again.
Okay, so for me, Dominoes feels like a song about, knowing someone, and then as time goes on, they change. Honestly, the song was too short to be in the album. I mean, she could have made this like an interlude, but I don't know. I just feel like a 2-minute song really doesn't get you enough time to say anything really, like, important, or at least not saying it in a really good way. The next song is called Big Star.
I'm a cheater, I lie and I'm shy, but every perfect summer's gotta say goodnight now.
Yeah.
You run, maybe you're a big star. I've got so much to tell you and not enough time to do it in. You and I.
Okay, so that was Big Star, and I had no idea who she was addressing this song to, like, at all. So I had to go look it up, and apparently it's about her dog. And sad. No wonder the song is sad. It matches the tone, which she's clearly going for. But my God, this was such a sad song, and yeah, that's all I'll say about this song. Up next is Leader of a New Regime. My God, the second half of the album is really sleepy. I just can't. It can't sustain.
Won't somebody, anybody, be the leader of a new regime? We need the leader of a new regime.
Period. Okay, so that was Leader of a New Regime. And me too, girl, me too. I just want someone to be the leader who's gonna lead us to a better future while I, like, relax. But you know what? That person has not come yet, so Okay, so the next song is Mood Ring, and this song is an absolute smash. It is one of the best songs in the album so far for me. Not so far, it is one of the best songs in the album, and I just don't understand why it's in the second half of the album, because the production of the song feels more like in line with the first half of the album, because the second half, it feels very stripped down, and that's hard on me because this album's already stripped down, and the second half is very stripped down. So I don't understand why Mood Ring is in this section of the album, but it's a great song, and at least it livens up the album a bit. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Mood Ring. So let's move on to the next song, which is Oceanic Feeling. God, this song is 6 minutes long.
Baby boy, you're super cool. I know you're scared, so was I. But all will be revealed in time. How can you hear the sound? It's shimmering high. Here's the wood brought in by the tide.
Is that Jack?
Show me how.
He said, let me add some vocals to your album, girl. With Oceanic Feeling, I feel like Lorde is just like, you know what, I love my life, and, you know, she's thinking about her past, and she's looking forward to her future, and, you know, she's just doing a lot of thinking, and, a lot of thinking when you have a lot of time on your hands, because Lorde does not really have to work, as she said before, and other people have stated she has enough money to live off, like, what she's made already, so she really doesn't have anything to do really but just chill and think about stuff, and I would like to be her because I'd rather be stuck in my head thinking about a lot of stuff and like thinking toward the future than having to work all the time and just be tired. Anyways, let's move on to the next song, which is Helen of Troy.
You've heard it all before. 1 minute I was killing them all, and the next the brown suit wouldn't let me perform.
What does that mean? Like a music executive?
Typical. So when you smoke that cigarette, or when you talk shit about an old friend, this whole time I've been playing it coy. The city's falling for me, just like I'm Helen of Troy. Give yourself a break, have a little faith.
Okay, with Helen of Troy, Lorde said, you know what? Give the girls a break because you know what? Being a girl in the modern world is not easy. And yeah, girl, yeah, it ain't. You just gotta, you know, work it out and, you know, have as much fun as you can. The last song on the album is called Hold No Grudge, and I wonder how this is going to close the album out. I mean, I know Oceanic Feeling is the closer for the standard album, but let's see if this song feels like a good closer, because Oceanic Feeling did feel like the closer of the album. Oh my god, this is the most like upbeat production I've heard on this whole album, and it's on the deluxe song. Oh, I can hold a grudge, girl. Oh No Grudge was a really nice song. It didn't have like the big impact message of Oceanic Feeling, but I don't know. I just prefer Hold No Grudge. It just had a very nice production. Oh my god, the production of the song was honestly one of the best songs on the album, production-wise. But I also like the message of the song of, you know, I know things didn't work out between the two of us, but haven't we both grown enough to not hold grudges and just be on good terms again? It's a very mature song for me. Okay, that was Lorde's Solar Power, and I gotta say, it basically is the album I thought it was gonna be, but at some points, like, not. Like, the second half, I did not think we were gonna slump into, like, a very sleepy, very, very slow part of, like, the album. Like, I thought we were just gonna be consistently, like, chill throughout the album, but, like, you can't just be chill on an album and then just drop into very slow, because like, you're already giving us, like, baseline fine. You can't slip for, like, a whole half the album into just, like, very slow and sad, because it just doesn't really vibe with me. The thing is, a lot of these songs could have been better if the production was just amped up a bit. I'm not saying it has to be, like, really huge synths and all that, but I'm just saying that we could have had more production in all the songs, and, you know, Lorde's vocals could have been stronger, because the lyrics and the messages are there. I just don't think the songs are super compelling without really good production. Like, the amount of scaled back production on this album was very almost in line with, like, an acoustic set or, like, MTV stripped, like, album version. It just was feeling like this album was not fully completed. But hey, that's the sound Lorde wanted, so whatever. Okay, so my favorite songs in this album were The Path, California, Stone at the Nail Salon, Fallen Fruit, Secrets from a Girl Who's Seen It All, Mood Ring, and Hold No Grudge. So that's about 7 of the 14 songs, so I liked about half this album, which is fine. Seriously, going into this album, I knew it probably wasn't going to be my favorite album of hers, and honestly, it is my least favorite album of hers. But you know what? She only has 3 albums, so it's whatever. Tell me down below in the comments what you thought about this album. Did you like it a lot, or like me, did you think it was just fine? Like, I don't think it's a bad album, I just think it's a fine album. It could have been better, but Lorde wanted it to be like this, so it's what Lorde got and what Lorde gave. It sounds very religious saying Lord all the time, but yes, this is what Lorde was given, and it was given. I'm just gonna chillax, and that's fine. Anyways, you guys, thank you for coming to my channel and watching this whole album reaction, and yeah, I'll see you guys around in the next video if you're around for that. So until then, I'm gonna go now. So yeah, bye.